Have you ever wondered about the origin of black people according to the Bible? Today, we're diving into this fascinating topic to uncover the biblical perspective on the origins of black people. Get ready to explore ancient texts, historical context, and eye-opening insights. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our thought-provoking content. Let's get started. On the sixth day of creation, God brought man into existence, creating them male and female, blessing them, and giving them the name humanity. As time passed, the generations unfolded. Adam, at 130 years old, welcomed a son named Seth, who resembled him. Adam's life continued for another 800 years, during which he had more children before passing away at the remarkable age of 930. Seth, at 105, became a father to Enosh and lived for another 807 years, leaving behind a legacy of his own. Enosh, at 90, welcomed a son named Kenan and continued to live for another 815 years, leaving a lasting impact before passing away at the age of 905. At the age of 70, Kenan welcomed his son Mahalalel and went on to live for another 840 years. During his long life, he had other children and eventually passed away at the remarkable age of 910. When Mahalalel turned 65, he became a father to Jared and continued to live for another 830 years. He too had other children and eventually passed away at the age of 895. At the age of 162, Jared had a son named Enoch and went on to live for another 800 years. He also had other children and passed away at the age of 962. Enoch became a father at the age of 65 when he had a son named Methuselah. After that, Enoch lived in fellowship with God for 300 years and had other children. He lived to be 365 years old, spending his life in close communion with God before mysteriously disappearing as God took him away. Methuselah became a father at the age of 187 when he had a son named Lamech. He continued to live for another 782 years, had other children, and eventually passed away at the remarkable age of 969. At the age of 182, Lamech welcomed a son into the world and declared, "This child will bring us relief from all our hard work, a blessing from the very ground cursed by the Lord." Thus, he named his son Noah. Lamech continued to live for another 595 years, during which he had more children before passing away at the remarkable age of 777. 5 centuries later, Noah became a father to 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The history of the black people and African ancestors, according to the Bible, states that all present-day people are descendants of Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This includes black individuals and those with dark skin, whose lineage can be traced back to Ham, one of Noah's sons. Black people are believed to have originated in Africa millions of years back. The earliest evidence of human life was found in Africa, suggesting that modern humans evolved there and migrated to other parts of the world, leading to the diversity of human populations seen today. According to the Bible, Ham is the father of several nations, including Cush, referred to as Ethiopia, Mizraim, referred to as Egypt, Phut, referred to as Libya, and Canaan, the land of the Canaanites, all located in Africa and the Middle East. This supports the belief that black people originated in Africa millions of years ago. The Bible identifies Ham as Noah's son and the progenitor of African and black people. His name is consistently associated with Africa, and the Book of Psalms links him to the ancient Egyptians. Shem and Japheth are Ham's brothers, representing the IC people, Arabs, Jews, Syrians, etc., and the Japhethites, Europeans, and Asians, respectively. Ancient Jewish and other traditions also attribute African ancestry to Ham. The concept of Ham's children consistently points to African regions, areas, and people. Additionally, the name Ham holds the meaning of burned or dark in Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient languages, alluding to the color of his hair and skin. Within chapter 10 of the book of Genesis, specifically between lines 6 to 14, one can explore Ham's family tree, also known as the Hammock people. The book mentions Ham's children, Cush, who became the father of many African people, and Mizraim, who became the father of the ancient Egyptians. It is important to note that Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and others refer to Egypt as Mizraim because it was named as such by its founder, also known as Phut, and Kenan, the father of the Canaanites, are also sons of Ham. Kenan refers to both a place and a group of people. Furthermore, Cush, Ham's first son, gave rise to various countries and peoples, including the Ethiopians and the people of Nubia, previously known as the Kingdom of Cush. These significant countries and groups of people share the same origin, and their ancestry can be traced back to Cush. It is worth mentioning that the people of Samaria, who are believed to have descended from Nimrod, Cush's disobedient son, are thought to have originated from Old Babylon. Individuals from South India, as well as populations from other regions, can also trace their ancestry back to these ancient lineages. The term Cushite heritage in a biblical context is often associated with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Africa, signifying Ethiopia or black in its original language. Individuals from South India, as well as populations from various parts of Africa, such as Malians, Eritreans, Kenyans, Kondes, and Vantas from Gabon, are considered to have Cushite heritage. Kenan and Mizrahi were also Ham's children. Mahi is believed to be the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians and many people in North Africa, including the dark-skinned Targs and Berbers. Semitic people such as Aramin, Arabs, and Israelites refer to Egypt as Mizra. In Psalm 78 verse 51, it is mentioned that God struck the firstborn in Egypt, the first fruits of manhood, and the tents of Ham. Ham also had a son named Phut, born after Mizra. Phut is considered the father of the Black Libyans, deriving from a word meaning landmark and pertaining to clan hunters in Africa. In Genesis 10, the descendants of Canaan are listed, including the Sidonians, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, and the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis 10:15-19. Noah's curse prophecy came true during the time of Joshua, when the Canaanites, descendants of Ham, were conquered by the Israelites, descendants of Shem. As a fulfillment of God's word, some of the Canaanites became slaves. Joshua 9:27, 17, 12, 13. This historical account showcases the unfolding of ancient prophecies and the fulfillment of divine promises. The sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth emerged from the ark and became the ancestors of all the people on earth. It all started when Noah planted a vineyard and used the grapes to make wine. Noah, once a man of the soil, decided to plant a vineyard. After drinking its wine, he became intoxicated and lay exposed in his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and informed his two brothers. However, Shem and Japheth, upon hearing this, covered their father's nakedness by walking backward with a garment and placing it on his shoulders. When Noah awoke and learned of Ham's actions, he was deeply troubled. In Genesis 9:18-29, he declared a curse on Kenan, the son of Ham, suggesting that this grandson was more guilty than the rest. He said, "Cursed be Kenan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Kenan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Kenan be his servant." The curse on Kenan is not just a curse, but a prophecy. Noah, as a prophet of God, foresaw the future of Ham's descendants. He learned of Ham's sin and delivered the news that one line of his posterity would suffer. According to Noah, the Canaanites, in their wickedness, would ultimately bring about their own fate, as detailed in Leviticus 18. Ham's punishment was not just the lack of a fatherly blessing, but also the knowledge that he was the ancestor of a doomed people group. The idea that Noah cursed Ham and all of Ham's descendants is not found in the Bible. This unfounded belief has been historically used to justify the African slave trade and is still employed today to rationalize racism, prejudice, and discrimination against people of color. However, it is important to clarify that Noah did not curse Ham or all of his descendants. In reality, Noah only cursed Kenan, who was one of Ham's sons, and through Kenan, all of his descendants. But why and to what end? Keep watching to find out. It is crucial to understand that the account in Genesis 9 concerning Noah, Ham, and Kenan does not in any way endorse slavery or racism in any shape or form. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell for all the latest updates. Stay tuned for more episodes where we dive deep into the critical issues found in the Bible. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.